Another day, another lesson. PSC and more. The Election Commission of India is an independent and autonomous constitutional body responsible for overseeing the electoral process in India. It was established in 1950 and is made up of a chief election commissioner and 2 election commissioners. The commission is responsible for conducting free and fair elections, updating the electoral roll, resolving electoral disputes, and ensuring that the electoral process is carried out in accordance with the Constitution and laws of India. Issues associated with the Election Commission of India. 1. Lack of enforcement of election laws. Despite the presence of election laws, there have been instances where they have been ignored or not properly enforced, leading to violations during elections. For example, the use of money and muscle power to influence voters, the display of banners and posters that violate the model code of conduct, and the spread of hate speech and misinformation. 2. Influence of money and muscle power. The use of money and muscle power to influence elections is a major issue that undermines the integrity of the electoral process. Candidates and political parties with deep pockets often have an advantage over those who lack resources, leading to a distorted electoral process. 3. Delimitation of constituencies. The process of delimitation of constituencies has been criticized for being politically motivated and not truly representative of the demographic changes in the country. The delimitation of constituencies should be done in a scientific and impartial manner to ensure that the representation of different communities is proportional to their population. Ways forward. 1. Strengthening enforcement of election laws. The Election Commission must take a more proactive role in enforcing election laws to ensure a level playing field for all political parties. This can be achieved by increasing the penalties for violations of election laws, improving the monitoring mechanisms for enforcing the laws, and involving law enforcement agencies more effectively. 2. Curbing the influence of money and muscle power. The Commission must work with law enforcement agencies to crack down on the use of money and muscle power in elections. This can be done by increasing the transparency of political funding, making it more difficult to use illegal money in elections, and increasing the penalties for those who violate the laws. 3. Independent delimitation of constituencies. The delimitation of constituencies must be carried out by an independent and impartial body to ensure that the process is free from political influence. This can be achieved by creating a delimitation commission that is not subject to political pressure and is empowered to carry out the delimitation of constituencies in a scientifically sound and impartial manner. Comparison with other countries. 1. India has a federal structure of government, unlike most other countries that have a unitary structure. As a result, the powers of the Election Commission are more limited in India compared to other countries. 2. In many countries, the Election Commission has the power to disqualify candidates who violate election laws, while in India, the Commission can only recommend disqualification to the President. 3. In some countries, the Election Commission is responsible for both the conduct of elections and the administration of the electoral roll, while in India, the Commission is only responsible for the conduct of elections. The administration of the electoral roll is done by the Office of the Chief Electoral Officer in each state. Quick recap. 1. The Election Commission of India, ECI, is an independent and autonomous body responsible for overseeing the electoral process in India. Issues associated with the ECI include the lack of enforcement of election laws, the influence of money and muscle power, and the delimitation of constituencies. 2. Ways forward for the ECI include strengthening enforcement of election laws, curbing the influence of money and muscle power, and independent delimitation of constituencies. 3. Comparison with other countries. India has a federal structure of government, limited powers of ECI compared to other countries. ECI responsible only for conduct of elections, not administration of electoral roll. Thanks for watching.